I'm not one to just sit still. I'm part of our executive board for Leadership Walton, a VP for our Women Impacting Supply Chain Excellence. So that all still translates over to my internship. It's never a sitting still. I'll pop into someone's office if I'm bored and say, what more can I do? What more can I learn?
We're here with Madalyn Lamoreaux, nearby Monte Foods. Madalyn is a University of Arkansas supply chain management student at the Sam M. Walton College of Business. Madalyn is graduating in 2020, so next year, and she's currently an intern at Monte Foods as a business analyst intern. So Madalyn, could you tell us a little bit about Monte Foods?
Yeah, it's a great CPG company. Their office here in Rogers is specifically for Walmart, so I get to work on the Walmart team, and our sales work specifically with like fruit cups, canned vegetables, and all their new innovative lines.
So Can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing this summer?
Yeah, it's a rotational internship, which is really cool. So each week I get to sit with a different department. I've sat with our sales analyst team, our sales team, and then this week I'm with supply chain, and coming up will be marketing and category management.
So you're a supply chain management major at the university.
Yes.
So how are you applying that on this intern? You're working really cross-functionally.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so it's really cool because I get to pull from my supply chain experience and even my previous internship with JB Hunt that I really understand not only why they're ordering what they're ordering, but the quantities, the inventory management, and forecasting. So I get slightly an edge when it comes to all that, but I'm still learning so much.
That's a fantastic experience because, you know, as you're throughout your career as a supply chain person, you're going to constantly be working on those cross-functional teams
Right.
with divergent goals, but yet you're going to be trying to work collaboratively together. So that's
Right.
going to really serve you well. So that's pretty cool. So, Madalyn, could you tell me a little bit about what inspires you?
I don't know about inspiration, but I can just say day to day, it's just constantly what more can I be doing? I'm not one to just sit still. I'm part of our executive board for Leadership Walton, a VP for our Women Impacting Supply Chain Excellence. So that all still translates over to my internship. It's never a sitting still. I'll pop into someone's office if I'm bored and say, what more can I do? What more can I learn? And I think that is what got me to where I am right now.
That's great to hear. So you just mentioned the Women Impacting Supply Chain.
Yes.
And I know you just came from a conference or a symposium in that space. Could you tell us about that experience and what that was?
I did. I just got back from our Northwest Arkansas Women's Empowerment Summit. I was just fortunate to get the invite to attend with the fellow ladies from our office. We heard about 10 to 15 speakers, and it all just really helped us as women in leadership roles, not even necessarily women in business, and helping us just kind of key in and focus on how to better ourselves and how to include men in saying, like, you're not the bad guy, it's just how to help support other women in this industry.
That would be so helpful. I can tell you that from experience. So
I'm sure.
That's a really impactful and important agenda, and I know that you're working with the student club at the university as well, and that thing's thriving. So thank you for working in that space with Dr. Stephanie Thomas.
I love her.
Could you tell us some of the, what's going well this summer for you?
So I've heard from a lot of feedback is that I ask really great questions, and that also comes to one of my challenges is I have to constantly tell myself it's okay to not know something. I am trying to get comfortable each and every day of asking questions that I think might sound stupid, but I'm just encouraged to continue to do that. And so what that has done is it actually has brought attention to the other employees at Del Monte of, hey, I'm actually glad you asked that. We don't even know, or that's something we can even fix. So I don't realize I'm helping them until they're pointing it out, but it's helping myself in the same time.
That's a great way to learn and
Yes.
actually to help others learn. So
Right.
that's wonderful. Maybe you should be asking me the questions. So
You never know. We
yeah.
could.
So Can you also tell us a little bit about the challenges that you're working through this summer?
So one challenge would be, this just isn't my experience. I've never worked in depth in a CPG company, so it's a little tough coming in. I had a whole notebook just of terms I did not know. They use so many acronyms that I couldn't keep up with. I constantly would leave a meeting and bump into someone and say, hey, 10 different words, can you just explain them to me? Then I might be able to understand what we were talking about. But I know by the end I'll be able to get the hang of that.
If it makes you feel better, every time that I interact with CPG companies here, I'm still learning their TLAs or their 3-letter acronyms. So there you go. Lots of learning there. So now I want to ask you back to your experience at the university, your first 3 years, I suppose. What was your favorite class so far?
I actually just took that class. I really enjoyed our international logistics.
Okay.
Sebastian was our teacher, Garcia, I believe. And he just had such a fun learning environment. It was, let's talk about what's going on in the industry, not as much like lecture and worksheet as it was learning about current events. And I have traveled a decent amount, so I really enjoy learning about not just what's going on in the US, but going on globally.
So I know you've traveled, and so let's talk about that a little bit. You took a study abroad course. Could you tell us about that?
I did. I spent last summer in Rome. We have a University of Arkansas campus in Rome. A lot of students still don't actually know that, but it's really cool because it was a university professor, Molly Jensen, took us over there and taught us a marketing course where we were able to split off into groups, and my group partnered with a restaurant owner to try to rebrand and remarket. That was so fun and a really great experience that I don't think a lot of students can quite say that they have, but I really highly recommend branching out and going to a different country, especially through study abroad where it might be paid for by the university, but you also get a cultural experience and eye-opening understanding of everything going on. People live differently, think about things differently, and you gain so much more insight into that.
What a phenomenal experience, and I know Molly leading that, she's just fantastic in that space, and so I bet that was a great experience, an experience that's going to help you in global supply chain management, throughout your career, because that's kind of where we are in the world and supply chain, and so that's great to hear. Can you, let's imagine that you're speaking to a set of students who are juniors or sophomores, or let's say we're speaking to you a year ago. What advice would you provide them?
I'd say it's like 3 parts. The first one is just get comfortable being uncomfortable. Put yourself out there, sign up for events where your friends might not be going, apply for the jobs or the internships that you might not necessarily think you qualify for. It's just about putting yourself out there and saying, I'm going to try, and if someone says no, or if you don't get that job, that's fine. You can go apply for another one you tried. Another one is ask questions. Like I said, that's something I'm still trying to work on. But so many people are afraid to speak up and say, I'm confused or I don't understand. And if you just ask a simple question or even ask for a promotion, you're not going to get that because someone's not going to come and hand you all of the answers or hand you the promotion. And it was talked about a little bit at the Women's Summit, which I really enjoyed that. And my other one would probably just be like to relax and enjoy college. You don't realize it until you're entering your senior year and it's almost over, and I realized I haven't done near the amount of things that I want to. You're only young once, I guess, so you got to enjoy it.
Yeah, what a great experience that I think we all miss, and so I think that'd be good advice. I think I'd like you to come speak to my classes and tell our students that.
I could. I'll
really
shake
great
them.
Advice.
Yeah.
There you go. So Madalyn, could you tell us a little bit about why you chose supply chain management?
Yeah, absolutely. So I started as a marketing major, and I took the Intro to Supply Chain course with Dr. Stephanie Thomas, and it just really opened my eyes to a whole different industry or field that I didn't even know existed. And it's all really fun to learn because it's new, it's relevant. You're not reading from textbooks because they're not quite there yet. You're reading news articles, talking to industry professionals. It's something that's constantly changing. And for me, that's fun and interesting because I'm constantly a what's next person. Let's see what's new going on in the world, and that's supply chain for me.
That's fantastic. So, Madalyn, I know you've got to get back to work. Could you first tell us What about working at Monte Foods this summer is fun, exciting? What brings you in every day and get you going?
It's the people. I mean,
Okay.
CPG is a really fun industry, and all these other companies are all CPG, but the difference with Del Monte is the people. You show up and you're part of a team. It's not getting to work and you're sitting at a desk all day. It's stopping in and saying, hey, I saw the Blues won the Stanley Cup. That's me. I'm from St. Louis. So everyone was like patting me on the back on my way in, like I had something to do with that. We have a ping pong table in the middle of the office that people come in and play during their lunch breaks. If they're just stressed, they'll get up and have a game. It's really fun. It's an extremely casual environment, so you can make your mistakes, you can ask your questions, and it's encouraged. That's the only way that you can really learn and grow.
What a great place to work.
Yeah, it is.
So we want to thank Del Monte for giving you that opportunity. We also want to thank you for taking the time to speak with us and share with other students and other companies and all of that about internships. And so thank you for that.
Oh, this is really fun. I'm glad I'm here.